What is good, Life Podcast? Welcome back. Welcome back. We are back with episode 37, and we here. We apologize for not showing up Thursday, but look, we are back. Yeah, we apologize, man. But look, things happen, bro. It's okay. But look, we back on track, though. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's not like we're falling off and staying off. If we do fail to show up one day, we will come the next time for sure, bro. Facts, facts. We got some sauce. We got some sauce for y'all today, man. But how was your Speaking of, bro, how was your week? Actually, you had a whole week. How was your week, man? A lot of new change for you, man. Ooh. Ooh, the scenery. Okay. It's fire, bro. Congrats, by the way. Mm. Facts. 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 It is, bro. But it's amazing, bro. I know that's an amazing feeling, man. Like, you got your own stuff now. Like, now it's like you making big boy moves, though. You get what I'm saying? So, I feel like that's fire, bro. Like, definitely a good change for yourself, bro. That's fire, bro. Facts. Facts. For me, bro, my week, man, I had a great week this week. I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's been a good week of growing, learning, a little bit of both, bro. So, hey, uh, everything just been going smooth. That's the main thing, though. That's all I care about is like things have been going smooth, and God has been directing me to opening my doors, allowing me to help other people, more people. So I'm just grateful, bro.
That's
Like you
cool.
can't even. I have nothing to complain about, man. I have
Yeah,
nothing to complain
yeah.
about, man. My friends
It's,
around me
it's
winning, doing good,
yeah,
bro. Like,
yeah. Alhamdulillah,
what is there bad to say? There's nothing
yeah,
bad, like,
man.
bro. Life is just good, bro. Like,
It's
that's
hard
crazy.
it's hard to complain when all you see is winning, right? Like you want to surround
Facts.
yourself with winners. You feel me? You don't want to surround yourself with the wrong people with the wrong mindset. So may God make it easy for all of us. May He continue to guide us and just what I'm saying, keep opening doors and just allow us to always remember Him because that's what's most important, right? Like
Yeah.
none of this is possible without him guiding us and allow it to happen, right? Because as bad as we want it to happen, only he allows it. So to be patient, have gratitude, and just keep going.
That's
For
facts,
sure.
man. Getting into today's topics, they so first question, man. Stability versus growth. Which one wins long term? What do you think wins long terms?
Ooh, stability versus growth, which wins long term?
Yep.
I think dang, this is a real good question, right? Because it's
Facts.
really just like, the more you grow, the stronger you become, right?
Mm.
But I think in my opinion, I feel like stability is really it really long in the long run, right? Because like how long are you willing to struggle, right? Like how long are you
Mm.
willing to face challenges? How long are you willing to stay till you get to grow, right? Because a lot of the time stability is really the growth if you ever like look at it, right? Because a lot of the times people get caught up in like a stagnant moment and they break. But a lot of the times, like honestly and truthfully, it's like that stability moment is just for you to learn yourself and you can't really grow without learning yourself. So stability is really the win in the long run because like that's when you're growing the most, right? Like a lot of times we get the growth just like luxury things, but growth is within, like we always talk about, right? And the only way you learn it within is by going through the hardship, going through the challenges, and overcoming the challenges, because that's how you learn how strong you are. You feel what I'm saying?
That's
So
facts.
but the thing is, like, you can't overlook growth, right? Like, what about you though? I want to hear your opinion on it.
For me, I feel like it's a little bit of like I feel like they go hand in hand with each other. To be honest, I feel like it's something that's not against each other. You know what I mean? Like it's not which one. I feel like it's kind of a kind of a two. It works together. It's like partners, right? Like you have to grow to become stable. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm,
you can't get to stability without growth. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
You'll always live in that
True.
chaos without growing. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they
True.
kind of play hand in hand. But if it was like
Yeah.
long term, I agree stability, because after you grow, like it's important to grow every day. But after you grow, if you're able to be stable, like how that stability to where it's like you're not like it won't affect you if you're not growing. You get what I'm saying? Like
Mm,
you're at that
yeah.
peace, you're at that comfortability where you're stable enough to make your money move around for you. You don't have to keep going out there and trying to grow your stuff. It's like everything is already in place in motion. That's stability,
Yeah.
because you could just sit there now, and now in the long term game, it's just, oh, I got my stuff in stocks and all that. It's just it's growing up as time, right? Like you're stable
Yeah.
now. Like you're not trying to do anything extra. You're just you letting the numbers play itself out. You know what I'm saying? So I think I agree.
Yeah.
Like stability long term, yeah, will win
For
for
sure, for
sure.
sure. And I like you said that too, because like, a lot of the times, really majority of the times, like we get growth so confused, right? Because like, we can grow, and then if we're not strong enough to be firm on who we are, we
Mm,
can our growth and stability breaks, right? So
facts.
like when you're growing, you gotta continue to be you, because that's what brought you there, right? You have to be strong and be stable in who you are. If you're not stable in who you are, you don't really grow, right? Because you're not able to expand to hold as much, right? Like,
Oof,
for instance, let's say,
facts.
this where it gets deep out, right? Let's say a person they pray for 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, but you're not strong enough to hold 10,000. You feel what I'm saying? So how
Yeah,
could you get to 10,000 if you're not stable enough to hold 10,000? You feel what I'm saying? So it's like
agreed.
the only way to really grow is by being you the whole time. And when that 10,000 comes, you have to grow to expand to be able to be stronger to hold the next amount of money, right? And then,
Facts.
like you said, that's a real valid point, because like, what are you doing with the money? For me, like, when the money comes, are you gonna continue to donate as if you had the $20 you once first had? You feel what I'm saying?
Facts.
So stability is really like the foundation of growth. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Mm, yeah.
stability is what forms growth. Like, the stronger you are, the faster you grow, because you start to like realize, like, oh, this is just another teaching moment for me, right? This is another growing moment for me. This is another lesson for me. And once you realize that, you're stable, you stay firm in who you are. So let's say, for instance, like a person who sinned, right? Because we're human. Like, sinning is normal, but a stable person is gonna know what, I'm just gonna repent. I'm gonna go back to my God.
Facts.
I'm gonna go back to who created me. I'm gonna go back to who knew the situation was gonna happen.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta really think like that. You gotta have a strong, stable mind like that, because once you realize you have that mindset, you understand like growth is coming, growth is next. I just have to be firmer up in the situation I'm in now. Like, even though it looks
that's
hard, even
facts.
though it might feel hard, or even if it looks good, right? Even though it looks so pretty, you have to understand like growth is always there. You just have to
Yeah.
be firm in who you are. You feel what I'm saying?
And I agree.
Yeah.
Like to also add on, like to stability is like even think about it like this. Like if you know, for example, if you know that you need to be stable with yourself, like why put yourself? You don't want to put yourself in positions to where you're not being stable, right? I feel like we all have that control to for ourselves to where it's like you can put yourself in a stable position, or you can mess yourself up by trying to overdo things. Because sometimes if
Mhm.
we trying to grow, but say we trying to grow in different areas, we're not stable in what our true purpose is. We're trying to grow everywhere else. It can
Yeah.
affect. You know what I'm saying? So I think like you have to be stable in your plan, right? Like we always talk about
Mm.
making a plan. You want to be stable in your plan so that can grow, right? So your plans can grow, so you can grow with
Yeah.
your plan. You know what I'm saying? But you have this plan. You're just staying stable to this plan. You're being stable to this plan. Okay, if I'm gonna wake up at this time, do this, do this throughout the day. Just make sure you stay to that plan. You stability. This is stability. The plan is stability, and you will naturally grow with your plan. Like your plan will
I like
grow
that.
and you will grow, because it's like,
I
okay,
like that.
I'm adding to my plan. Okay, if something else, boom, this do this. Okay, I realize I like doing this more. Boom, add this to your plan, and now you're just growing, as you're being stable. You know what I'm saying? So
Like
you get both foundations right there.
I like that because that's really what it is, right? Like a lot of times we want success, but without having a system. And the
Yep.
only way you can capture success is by having a system, right? Because how, like, think about a coach, right? A coach, their goal is to go to the Super Bowl every year, Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl. But the way they get to the Super Bowl is the way they practice, the way
Ooh,
the players they get, the people they draft, the coaching on their coaching staff, right? It's a
facts.
team, it's an effort thing, right? And so for us on our lonely, it's like we want to be, we want to be rich. It's the truth, right? We want to be rich. We want to have money. We want to have all these things, but we have to have a system. We have to have like we have to have help. Like we have to be able to like have a plan for ourselves to be able to get there. We
Yep.
have to understand that we can't do it alone, right? We can't just wake up and say, "I'm gonna do this today." No, we gotta right now. What we're gonna do? We gotta plan it. We gotta visualize it, and then once you visualize, you're able to attack it more. And then once you attack something, guess what? You have that momentum, like we always talk about. The goal is
Facts.
to build momentum. Now think about a coach, right? A coach says, "Oh, I got a good quarterback. I got a good running back. I need to get a good line." And what is he doing? He's building all these things. He's building a system for what? The championship. But the whole
Mm.
time, the goal, he's not focused on the championship. He's focused on just building the system.
Yeah.
So what we have to focus on is just building the system because once you just focus on building the system, guess what happens? You get to the championship. Why? Because
Mm.
you put so much effort into the plan A. You put
Mm.
so much effort into what matters the most. And I think the biggest thing about like putting the effort into the system is once you put the effort into the system, guess what? You're not worried about the goal. And once you're not worried about the goal, guess what? You detach. And that's how
Mm.
you attract. So once you detach, you attract. You feel me? But guess what? Once you get to there, guess what? You like, I've been here before. I prepared my moment for this. And now once you're
Mm.
at the championship, guess what? You don't change. Because your system is what made you. Your system
Mm.
is what built you. You have a plan that guides you all the way there. And yeah, it's gonna be hard. Yeah, you're gonna have days. Some people like think about a team. Some players are gonna get hurt. Some people are gonna get re-signed. Some people are gonna get kicked off the team. It's a lot. Like a system isn't just go on. It's woo to woo. No, you have to adjust. You have to be stable. You have to be
Mm.
firm. You have to be strong. Because the only way you can be able to get to that is by overcoming obstacles and challenges and this and this and this. And then once you get there, guess what? It's growth.
Yeah.
It's growth. You see how much you expanded. You see how good your team became. You see how much effort you put into the system. And for us, it's how much effort we put into just ourselves. Like we're the system. Like how many people wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning just to pray, or how many people wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning just to go work out? You know what I'm saying? Or how many people get on stream because they want to stream and do 3 4 hours a day of stream? You know what I'm saying? But they want to be rich. You can't be rich
Facts.
without doing this. You can't be rich without doing none of that. Like this is what matters more than that. Because this is what makes you. You got to be stable here now.
Question.
You feel what I'm saying? So, yes, sir.
So for like people, say for example, like people are like, how can somebody create a plan for themselves if they don't know how to? Say they never created a plan for themselves. How can they create a plan and take action on it without being distracted by like the world?
Mimic someone who seek, like, it's the truth,
Ooh.
right? It's the honest truth. Like we can't ever, like I always say, we can't ever do it alone. It's always good to seek out for help. And what we have now is social media. If I want to be like someone who inspires, motivate people. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna search up someone who inspires and motivate people. And I guess what he's gonna do? He's gonna show me his breakdown. The way he talks, the way
Mm.
he holds himself, is gonna show me how I should hold myself. And that's all that matters. Like when it comes to really planning, it's just about who you are, right? It's about how firm you are. Like
Yeah.
if I want to be a motivational person, I can't be cursing people out. I can't be being disrespectful to people. No, I have to be kind. And you know who taught me being kind? Watching the other people. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? So like, if you ever feel lost, or if you ever like, don't have a true plan, you don't want it bad enough, right? That's my honest truth. Like,
I've
if
been
you
saying
if you
that
like,
too,
dang, I'm
bro.
lost, like, it's the truth. Like, you feel like, dang, I don't know what to do. This and this and this. You don't want it bad enough, right? You got to dig deep. The deeper you dig, the more you get out. That's the honest truth. You feel me? You gotta search for your heart, because your heart is gonna expose the truth. And this is the thing about the heart, though, right? Because the heart, it flips. The heart turns. Some days you have motivation, some days you don't have motivation. But
Facts.
once you just find that light, that spark, that moment, go. Just just go with it. Whatever comes in your heart, like Weez, I want to be a streamer. Go
Yeah.
do it. Don't think about it. Just do it. You're like I said, your championship is being a streamer. And just go build systems around being a streamer.
Yeah.
What about you though, bro? That's a great question.
For somebody that's like trying to make a plan, I feel like you said, bro, you gotta figure out who you is first. Like you really just gotta dig deep within yourself because everything starts with you. I agree. Like he says, watch somebody else. Like see somebody else that's around you, right? Like that's motivating you, or see somebody that inspires you, right? And you wanna not necessarily copy them, like word for word and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
copy them as in you see how they carry themselves. They carry themselves well. Carry yourself well. Start to carry yourself well. See that you can love yourself, right? Like, dang, this dude loves himself like crazy. Why don't I love myself? Start with that. Ask your questions for yourself. That's the biggest thing. You will never figure out what it is that you want to do unless you be curious to yourself. You ask yourself questions.
Mm.
You gotta ask yourself questions because you'll never want to change without asking questions. You know what I'm saying? So
I like it.
think about it
I like that.
like
And
him.
actually,
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I got a question though. I
Go
got
ahead.
a
Go ahead.
question because I think a lot of times I think this is one of the questions that people need to hear, right? So let's say for like when you're planning, like what do you think is the most important thing while planning, right? Like
Ooh.
when you're planning, what's one thing you should really like pinpoint?
So when you're planning, I feel like the main thing you should pinpoint in your plan is you have to really pinpoint your emotions. Like how would you feel
Mm,
doing this plan, right? Like, okay,
see,
does this plan make you feel good, or is this plan gonna mess you up for the rest of the day, right? Like, if you do
see,
this plan today, how is your emotion? How are you gonna carry yourself throughout the day? Like, if it is it
that's
something
deep.
that's positive, that's gonna help you go get to your purpose, that's aligned. Is it gonna make you happy, sad, mad? You have to think about these things because these things that you're doing, your plan, is what you're doing on a daily basis. So if it's not something that's
Mm,
making you feel good about yourself or happy, you're not gonna like it, right? Like if I make a plan
mm,
every day to party at night, I'm gonna wake up every morning feeling like dirt. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it's
I
like
like
you
that.
have to control. Okay, I know that at night, you know what? Instead of me partying from like 8 to 9, I'm gonna worry about. I'm gonna just read my Bible and drink water, right? Until like 9:30, and then I'm gonna go to sleep. That's a good plan. But instead of being like, you know what? I'm gonna go to this party from like 7 to like 12 a.m. You know what I'm saying?
I
That
like
that
that.
that's not a good. That's not gonna make you feel good at the end of the
I
day.
like that.
So I think emotion is like. What do you think though?
Nah, that's deep. I really do like that motion. I think that's something we really miss because a lot of times, we plan off other people plan, right?
Yep.
And the way we do that is, let's say for instance, my friends want to go play basketball at 2 o'clock. It's cool. It's cool to go, be with your friends and stuff, but like, is that going to get you to the next level? And it's the truth, right? Like,
That's
we're not,
true.
we're at that age. We're at that age to where it's like, we have to turn it up a notch, right? And we had our fun when we didn't have bills. We had our fun when we wasn't, we just living life.
Facts.
But now it's like I got a family to raise. I got kids to raise. I'm turning up to my next level, right? So you have to plan for you. Like you
Mm.
can't plan around other people's schedule. You can't plan as if somebody else going to be there for you, right?
Yeah.
Because I say seek for help, but that doesn't mean rely on someone. It's two different things. Like you
Yeah.
have to plan by yourself, but whenever you need help, seek for help. Or don't rely on them. Don't put your plan according to their plan. Don't put your plan according to how their day going to go. Don't
Yep.
put your plan according to how what they want to be, especially that. Because a lot of times, like we let's say for me, I want to be a motivational speaker, but my friends want to be partying. How does that make me better? Like how what I'm seeing around that, like how people want to view me now. You
Yeah.
feel me? You got to put yourself in the best situations, and honestly and truthfully, like it sounds selfish, but it's the truth, right? And when it comes down to like planning, you have to be selfish with your time because we're limited. We don't know if we're gonna make it tomorrow. We don't know if we're gonna make it tonight. I can be
Facts.
walking home and get hit by a car. You feel me? You never know about your time. So you have to be selfish with your time because it's very limited. And one thing I want to say, like the older we get, the slower our body comes. Like the slower our body, our body breaks. And but the thing is like our soul, our heart, it shines forever. So our soul is eternal. So let's say for a person who wants to stream, they say I want to start streaming at 25, 30. They could have started streaming at 20. Why? Because they always had that streaming mentality in their heart. But now that they're 25 and 30, they're limited to doing things, right? Like when I'm 30, I can't go be streaming trying to go do one-on-ones and stuff. I'm not gonna be moving the same.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be hitting the same. I'm not gonna be breaking the same routes. So be be considerate with your time, right? And we're very limited. Like start now. Don't wait. I'm wait till I'm 25 or what people do is like, I'm gonna change after this party happened. What?
Yeah.
You need a change. You're gonna delay your change. What if you die at that party? You see what I'm saying? It's like we have to be like very considerate of our time because if you're not considering your time, you don't know nothing. So I think when it comes to planning, you have to be selfish with your time. Be very, very selfish, bro.
I like that.
Very selfish.
I like that, man. And I got no more questions on that topic. You got anything else on that topic? That was good. That was fire, man. Next one though. Question: what's one truth people avoid? Oof. Dang. What is one truth people avoid? There's a lot, man.
It's a lot.
But
the biggest, in my opinion, is failure. Like everyone avoids failure. Like we're all so scared to fail. We're all so scared to just be in very uncomfortable positions. We're all once we taste failure, we flee. We don't want to see that. We don't want to see that side, bro. And I think like the people who's not afraid of failure, you can see them grow, right? Because you see them get through it. You see them understanding that they can get through it, right?
Yeah.
And a person who's like afraid of failure is like you're just like the rest of the world, right? You're a loser. That's how I feel. A person who's afraid. And sorry to anyone who's like in a position where, in a position where they're scared of failure, but like you're a loser to me because only a sore loser. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to take it there, but only a sore loser wants to win all the time, right? But a winner will lose. A winner will be like, okay, I'm gonna get back up, because a winner knows what it takes. A sore loser doesn't know what it takes because all they want is win. But that's not life. It doesn't work like that. You can never just win. Like, it's going to be hardships. It's going to be ups and downs. It's going to be different things coming at you randomly, though. But it's about who you are to make you a winner. You feel what I'm saying? So, what about you, bro?
What's one truth people avoid, man? I feel like
the truth.
Yeah. For real. But dang, that I really have to think of this for a second, man. Like, what's one truth people avoid? Because I feel like there's a lot of them, but I want to pinpoint like a specific one that's very good. Dang, what's one truth people avoid, bro? I feel like nowadays people avoid. Dang, dang, it's like so many different lanes I could take this. I'm trying to see. Hold on. I feel like what's one truth people avoid? I feel like you said, knowing truth, but also changing. I feel like changing, meaning as in people are not okay with growth, with change, with a new environment, right? They're not okay with staying grounded, that understanding that God has changed their life for them because they've been praying for it. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes the prayers that we ask for, we don't realize it, right? And as our life is changing every single day, we don't even realize that some of our prayers are being answered, right? So I feel like change is one of those things that a lot of people avoid, is because, bro, they just go through their normal life, right? They pray, they ask God for something, but then they just go back to their normal life, not realizing that what you prayed for, God has already changed in your life. He has already gave you that, right? Or for example, like for somebody like you just changed. You just went from where you was at, you came down here, and then now you're in Tampa. Feel me? All that change, some people can't go through that, right? Like some people would have stopped, would have stayed at home, right? Some people wouldn't even have gotten an apartment. Some people wouldn't even have worked hard to change their environment. Mind you, some people wouldn't even have left Florida in the first place to change their life. You get what I'm saying? So that shows like true change. Like, okay, you're okay with it, and some people aren't okay with that change. Some people aren't okay with growing, aren't okay with leveling up, and that's something, like he said, you have to be okay with failing. You have to be okay with failing and hearing the truth about it. And I feel like we don't want to hear the truth. The truth will change you. You get what I'm saying? From hearing the lies, all the lies you've been told, the truth will change everything, because now you will see things different. Now you will look at it in a higher perspective. Now you'll look at it in the best way you possibly can. You'll look at it from God giving you the vision to look at it. You know what I'm saying? So I think the one thing people avoid the most is like change, like wanting to change, needing to change. But
I like that too, because I never really thought about that, right? Because a lot of the times that's really what it is, right? Because whenever change happens, guess what? You have to get uncomfortable, and we fear being uncomfortable,
uncomfortable.
because whenever we're uncomfortable, we don't know the outcome, right? We don't know what's going to happen. But I think if you're just grounded to who's watching you, who's over you, you shouldn't be worried about the outcome. And that's why it's so important to just build a system, to go back what we were first talking about, right? Because if you have a system, if you have a plan, you have to know that God made that plan, right? And if God makes something, how could you lose? And I think that's the mindset you have to have, is like, if God is with me, how can I lose, right?
Yep.
And a lot of the times we fear that because we don't trust God enough, and that's really what it comes down to with everything, right? Like,
Yeah.
the whole reason, the truth is, we fear the truth, and this is because, like, we don't trust God enough. And a person who trusts God is willing to do anything. They're willing to just give it all, knowing they're going to get everything back,
Yep.
times two. And sometimes I really do think, like, people it's more of the, like, how people going to view them more than anything, right?
Yep.
How people going to, what people going to say about them. And for instance, like, let's say a person who wants to post and do all these things, they feel like if they're not getting the hype, or if they feel like somebody dissing them, they don't want to do it no more, right? They don't want to, they want to stop. They're done with it. And because what people are telling them. And that's the fear too, how they get judged. I feel like that's one of the biggest. I feel like that's what stops before you even get to have fear. It's the judgment.
Yeah.
What people going to say, what he say, she say, like, oh, this video got to be perfect. This video got to be edited perfect. This has to be A1. But
It's
it
not
doesn't.
realistic,
Why
bro.
does it got to be? Why does it have to be A1? Like it's just a video, right? Is that video want to get you to heaven? That's how I look at it. Like, a perfect video is going to get you to heaven. No, a video with intention is going to get you to heaven, right? A video with purpose is going to get you to heaven. Like, you can't just say, I want to post, I have a perfect video, and that video is only meant to be perfect. It's not meant to help somebody. It's not meant to guide somebody. It's not meant to show people that change is possible. Because that's the difference. That's the switch right there. It's like, I want to post for it to be perfect, but I want to post to help people. I want to post to guide people. And once that's my mindset, guess what? I don't fear. I just do.
Yeah.
Why? Because I know it's written. For me, I don't have to react off somebody else's reaction.
That's
what I'm saying. I don't gotta move how somebody else move. I move how I move. And I think once you, like, it's just about unlocking that, right? You have to unlock it. Once you unlock it once, guess what? It's easy after that.
Yeah.
And that's how it is with everything. It's all about that first initial step. And even if you restart, even if you have to, like, go back to, you come to step 10, and guess what? You got to restart back to step 1. It's easy. It's just you've been there before. You've been in a position where you're uncomfortable, but you know how to thrive. You feel me? Because it's the same hardship as it first once was. It's the same problem as it first once was. Guess what? It's going to be, even though it's harder, the reward and blessing is going to be bigger. It's going to be easier. It's going to be more beautiful. It's going to be more abundant. You know what I'm saying? And you have a bigger role now. I think that's another thing. Like, we fear having a bigger role. Like, we're good with where we're at. Like, some people, like, people who be like, oh, I don't want to have kids till I'm like 30, 40. I'm like, yo, bro, you don't want to be a provider for your kids? You don't want to be a father? Why wait? Why delay that? Are you afraid of being a father? Why don't you want that role? You know what I'm saying? Or people who be like, social media not for me, this and this. Is like, why don't you want to spread the truth? Like, why don't you want to guide people? Is that something you fear? Is that something you don't want to do? It's like, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Honestly, it's the truth. Like, if you have the opportunity to spread the right word, spread the message, why not do it? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how I feel about it.
I agree, bro. Like I feel like you said, bro. Like if you got the words and you know you've been through something, let it tell your story, right? Don't be scared of judgment, bro. Like we all have a moment, yeah, where we got scared of what people would think, and once you get past that mindset, everything is smooth after that because you stop caring about your results, you stop caring about what other people think. Now it's just like you're posting for a purpose. You have intention with everything you're doing, and that's the main important thing about life is just having intent when you're doing things, having intention when you're doing things. Like when you think about it like this, if you read in the Bible, you or reading the Quran, you won't understand if you don't have the intent of wanting to learn, of wanting to be guided, right? You won't have that. You won't have that if you just read it just to read. You're just gonna read it and then you're just gonna go back to your day like nothing ever happened. But when you're reading it with intent, you learn about it, you study it a little bit. You get what I'm saying? You're more intention with it. You're more intentional with it. So I think that we should take more we should be more attentive in our life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Take more action too. Like don't be scared because like you said, bro, like there's nothing to be scared of. Like your only fear is yourself, to be honest. Your only fear is your own thoughts, which is the craziest part. Cuz nobody really cares except for yourself. But you just try to have somebody else care when they don't even care. You get what I'm saying? We'll picture in our minds like, dang, bro, this person might say this and that whole time. They might not say nothing. They might not even see it. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta like get to a point where it's like you love yourself so much to the point where it's like you don't care what other things. And you have to grow with yourself first. It's not something that you find on your phone. You actually have to put your phone down and be more intent to yourself. Want to learn about yourself. Want to know things about yourself. Because why not? Why would you want to live life not knowing about yourself? You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't want to live life knowing other people, knowing other things more than yourself. You want to learn about yourself. Be present with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Look out for yourself. Help yourself. Because that'll do things. That'll make you trust yourself more. Right? Because at the end of the day, the reason you probably don't love, like you can't love other people, you can't be around other people is probably from trauma within, right? You don't trust people because of something that happened when you was a kid. You got to heal from these things, but you can't heal from them unless you do the deep work. You get what I'm saying? You'll go through your daily life doing daily things, and then something will happen and you'll do it based off just trauma, off instincts, right? Like for example, like me, I used to just cut people off instantly after they do one thing wrong. I didn't forgive people. So it was something that I had to learn to forgive people from my past trauma. But if I didn't go back to my past and learn about it with my, like through my dad and stuff like that, if I didn't learn to forgive, I'd still live my daily life. Like I wouldn't think about my dad, of course. I'd be going with my daily life, but then if something happened, I'm instantly, bro, get out of my life. You feel me? Get out of my life. Like, watch out. Like, I'm not talking to them, do. But no, you have to learn. You have to go with intent. Okay, now I know, oh, boom. This happens because I didn't even forget. I don't forgive my dad. Let me forgive him. Let me forgive my childhood trauma so that I can move peacefully. Now I can forgive others if they do something wrong. Now I can, sometimes I even take the blame even when it's not even somebody's fault. You get what I'm saying? Just being grateful to myself, like understanding like, okay, yeah, you may have did this, but I'm going to take the blame on it. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm grounded with God. I know that at the end of the day, God has me. Like even if, you know what I'm saying, I do, or somebody does something wrong, I apologize. I know that God knows my true heart. God knows my heart at the end of the day. And that's what you want. You want God to know your heart. But you have to be intent with your own life to get God to want to love your heart, right? And you loving God too. Because
I like that.
If you can't love yourself, how you going to love something else? How you going to love God? You can't even love yourself. You get what I'm saying? You can't sit with yourself. You can't sit with your own thoughts. How are you going to sit there and think about when God is telling you to do something? His actual thoughts, right? Like, you have to think about things like this. Like, okay, if I know that I want to love God, I have to love me first. I'm sorry. Like, I feel like it sounds kind of crazy, but it's the truth. You have to love yourself, and then you can spread love, and then you understand who you are. But honestly, God is that guidance to understanding who you are, to loving yourself. You get what I'm saying? So the thing is to be intent with your life, man.
And I'm happy you said that too, because that's a really valid point, right? Let's say for a person who, like for me, right, like when I post with love, and the only response for love is what? Love, right?
Yeah.
Because it's the truth. Like if I'm posting, content like spread the right people, spread the right message, and people see that, like people say like, dang, it's possible, like change is possible, and they're gonna show you love back.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times, if your intentions are pure, your intentions are sincere, like if you intend to post for a purpose, if you intend to help people, if you intend to, do the right readings and do the right things, guess what? That post is going to get that attention. That post is going to get what you want, because whatever you put out is what you get back in.
Yeah.
For me, and then it goes to the opposite end. Whatever you put in is what you put out, right? And I'm happy you said that, because if you love yourself, guess what? Who's gonna love you? People around you.
Yeah.
Because that's the energy you get. That's the vibration you give.
Yeah.
That's the position you put yourself in. And think about this, like the perfect situation is like the tongue, the mouth. Our tongue holds so much weight, we oversee it.
Yeah.
So if your intentions are sincere, your tongue is gonna match that intention. So if I say I'm a loving person, I'm a caring person, guess what? The world around you is gonna be a loving. The world around you is gonna be caring.
Yeah.
Everything is gonna happen. Everything is gonna shift for you. So you want to speak as high as on yourself as possible. You want to hold yourself to the highest level.
Yeah.
You want to hold yourself to a level that no one is near you at. Because then guess what? God is going to guide you there, right? God is going to love you till you get to that point. You know what I'm saying? And once you get there, guess what? You grow, keep growing, keep growing,
Right.
keep growing, keep growing, keep growing, keep growing.
One thing I want to add. My
Yeah.
bad. One thing I want to add that I feel like a lot of people look over is like, when it comes down to like growing with yourself, you gotta understand that, like, how do I want to put this? Dang, bro, that's just left my dang head, bro. Oh my goodness, I hate when that be happening, bro.
I mean, like one thing I can say probably for you.
Yeah,
One
go
thing
ahead.
where you simply understand that God is with you, God is near, right? You like, I'm not gonna say you're God, but technically, like, you gotta have that God consciousness, right? Like, you want to be very aware of God, because once you start like learning about yourself, the more comfortable you get with yourself, guess what? The more you unlock, right? The more
Facts.
loving you become, the more caring you become, the more of a provider you become, and then those are all God-like attributes, right? But I'm not saying I'm God though. I'm not saying I'm God.
No, no,
Those are
yeah,
all
you
like
good.
God-like. Those are like all God-like attributes. So God is going to pour into you the holes you're opening up for yourself, right? Once you become aware that I can be a provider. Guess what? God is going to provide for you to be a provider. You feel what I'm saying? And let's say for a person who said, I want to be like a caring, loving person. Guess what? God is going to fill that hole up for you, because God is loving and caring. And then that's just about learning yourself. That always becomes learning yourself, because the more you learn yourself, the more you really learn about God. And that's how I view it, right? Because a lot of the time, like today I was made a post, like, it's not about religion, right? It's not about learning your religion. It's not about learning this and this and what book. I mean, that's good. I do advise people to, like, learn whatever religion it is, but learn it the right way too. Don't learn on what he say, she say. Learn it the right way. Accept your faith and etc. But a lot of the times it's really just about learning yourself, right? Because once you learn yourself, you discover who God is. You discover how far He brought you. You discover how far you can go.
Facts.
Right? And you discover so many more things once you just learn yourself. Like you become more powerful, you become more wholesome, you become more aware.
I like that.
And once you become aware of your intentions in your heart, everything opens up for you, because you
Facts.
start to see your path, you start to see which route you can go. And like for me, like now that I'm here and in Tampa, I have so much more time to really do what I want to do now, and I'm blessed because God opened up that door for me. And yeah, it was hard. Yeah, it took me to work 6 months in Louisiana, but during that 6 months, I was building myself, right? I was learning myself. I was becoming who I can be for this moment now. And now that I'm in this moment, like we talked about earlier, like time is precious, time is short. You got to do all you can do with the time that God gives you. So whenever you wake up, the first thing you do is say, thank you, God, for giving me this opportunity to do what you placed me for. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, when you learn yourself, don't think everything changes day one, moment of. Like, it doesn't work like that. You have to grow. You have to be firm. You have to be strong. You have to be stable, like we always talked about.
That's facts. And to add on, it's like mainly this is like learning your identity, right? Like learning about yourself, you eventually learn your identity. And what your identity is like, I am what I am, right? Like think about it like this: I am what I am in any moment, right? I was just talking about my chat about this earlier today, and I want to bring this up because it's very important to know who you is. As in, okay, somebody was like, oh, you should be a therapist, and I'm like, no, like I am what I am in the moment. If I have to be a therapist in this moment, yes, I may have to be a therapist in this moment, right? When I'm at work, I may be a transporter, but if I have to help a patient, I may become their nurse. I may become their doctor in that moment. It's like God has you wherever you need to be, because we don't carry titles. It's like whatever you are is whatever you need to be in the moment, right? If I'm driving one of my friends to their crib, am I an Uber driver? No, but guess what? I am what I need to be in that moment. Maybe I am an Uber at that moment because I got to take them home, right? Like it is, you are what you are in the moment. Stop. And I feel like we like to carry titles on our names, right? Like titles, like for example, like today, I was an electrician. I fixed the fan in the bathroom. Like, that's what electricians do. Am I an electrician? No. But that's who I needed to be in that moment. You get what I'm saying? So God is, like, understanding who you are is really just understanding I am what I am. Like, you're just energy. You are whatever you need to be, right? And you can always learn. That's the beautiful thing about this, is like you can always learn what other people do. So yeah, I'm not an electrician, but guess what? I just learned to do what an electrician does. If I want, I could probably make some money off of it, but I just learned to do it, right? And necessarily it doesn't follow with my purpose, so I'm not going to take that route, right? But it's like you have to understand who what it is for yourself, who it is that you are. Like they was telling me to like be a therapist, and I'm like, no, I can't. Like that's not what I want to do. That's not aligned with. Yeah, I can help people, but that's not aligned with how I want to live my life. You get what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't work with my life. I'm not I wouldn't be I could be one, but that's just, I'd rather just be it in the moment. If I have to be one, if somebody has a question, I can answer that, help them with that. But for the most part, it's just not giving yourself titles. Like, cut out titles from the name or from yourself. Like, don't think of yourself as a title. Like, I'm this person. No, who are you truly? You know what I'm saying? Who are you on the inside? Like, you growing with yourself. Who do you become? Who are you? Like, who are you today? You know what I'm saying? We know, you know where you want to get to, but who are you today? How are you going to get to that person that you want to be? You get what I'm saying? And you do that by your daily actions every day. Take day by day, growing day by day. And that's the important thing about life, is just you got to keep growing every day. You got to keep learning. Be okay with learning. Be okay to learn. I feel like one truth people avoid is learning. They don't learn. Nobody wants to learn nowadays. Everybody, oh, I want to just chat GPT this, chat GPT that. Throw this out here, do this. Oh, bro, go do this, do that. Like, bro, we don't want to put in work. We don't want to take action. We want things handed to us, right? And I see it a lot happen with, definitely on social media. You can tell with how you look at things. For example, if somebody posts money on their Instagram or whatever, somebody in the comments may be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wish I pray for that. I prayed for that. Right? But they're not taking no action towards it. So yeah, you're just praying, but you're doing the same thing everybody else doing. You get what I'm saying? And the important thing about life is you trying to be different makes you be the same as everybody else, because everybody trying to be different. Just be you. You get what I'm saying? Just be you. Because if you're trying to be different, think about it. You're trying to be different, right? You want to be off the media, not posting. You want to be different. Yeah, those are other people that's not succeeding either. They're being different, right? But they're not posting. They're being, y'all are technically being the same. You know what I'm saying? So you have to just be you at the end of the day. Because even when you're trying not to be you still being like other people. You know what I'm saying? You're not being yourself. So just be you. If you're always being you never have to worry about anything. You never have to worry about somebody faking it with you or nothing. Like, you can see who's real and who's not, because you're real. You understand what a real human is. You're not, you can tell when somebody's being fake around you. You can tell when somebody's doing something snake, because you're a real person. You know how it feels to be yourself, so you understand when somebody's not being themselves. And I feel like that's the biggest thing with learning about being yourself and learning about yourself, is that you also learn how other people are not being themselves by just how they talk. That's really the main thing. Yeah. Just the power of the tongue. You understand, like, once you understand all the power of the tongue, and you understand how important it is, how very much, like, it has power, you start to see how they talk about themselves and how they talk about other people. They want to talk about, they want to gossip. That'd be the main thing, the gossip. Like, when people gossip, you already know, like, they feel some type of insecurity with themselves. Because you wouldn't even need to gossip about nobody. Like, you don't care about other people, right? You just care about your own life and what you're doing, making sure you're trying to get to heaven every day. You're not worried about what other people are doing. You're worried about you. And you understand that's a sin in the first place. It's judging, right? So it's like, just be you. Just be grounded in yourself. So we're to the point where it's like, you can't fail at life because it's just you and God. Like, if it's you and God, how can you fail, right? You just keep going every day. Like, you only create things for yourself. You only create distractions for yourself. You create blockage for yourself. We only block ourselves from our dreams.
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
We search for excuses. Like, we look for excuses. Like,
Yep.
like think about it. Like, think how many times is we're in situations where we know we can be doing good, but we'd rather go do wrong, right? Like it's so easy to sin is so obvious, right? Like, sin is it's hard to miss. Like,
Yep.
sin, we know we shouldn't smoke, we know we shouldn't drink, we know we shouldn't be having sex, not married, we know we shouldn't be doing all these things, right? It's very oblivious, but we still do it, and then we search for an excuse. Like, man, I smoked because, bruh, I had a stressful day. Go pray.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, or man, I was drinking because my friend was drinking. Leave from that friend group. You know what I'm saying? We have so many ways to validate sin, and I think that's like the thing. Our generation, like, we normalize sin to where it's like, if you're not sinning, you're getting looked at differently. If you're not sinning, and that's what differently is, right? Differently is not moving how the world moves, because the world is into the world too much. That makes sense. Like, the world wants to do what the rappers do. The world wants to do what he say, she say do, right? And the world is not doing what they need to do what's best for them. And like you said, I think that's like a real valid point, because a lot of the times, like, we want to be different, but the way we be different is by searching other people, like doing what other people do. But we don't know our purpose, right? We don't know that void. It's not like we searching for the right reason. Like, we searching on how that person got money. And let's say that person got money selling drugs. Are you gonna go sell drugs like that person? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't get me wrong, it's good to, like, see how other people move and see what other people did, but you have to make sure it's the right people. You have to be along with the right crowd, right? Right. Like, for instance, if I want to be a millionaire, I'm gonna hang around millionaires. If I'm with 2 millionaires, guess what? I'm going to end up being the third millionaire. It's just inevitable. You know what I'm saying? Eventually. So you want to surround yourself with the right people. You want to watch the right things. You want to hear the right things too, because whatever you hear goes to your heart. Like, with music is one of the main things that we overlook. Right. Like, for me, don't get me wrong, I listen to music, but it's the music I listen to. Like, you can't be listening to Young Boy trying to kill somebody, because guess what? Now you want to go kill somebody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what you hear is just as important as what you see and speak about. Like, all those little things is really so important. Just overlook it.
And I agree, bro. Like you said, like, all these little things are important, and it's just so normalized that we kind of we just walk over it, right? Like, imagine a little garden, right? And it's not a part of our trees. It's not our tree. But imagine, like, it's a little flower. What do we do every time we go past a flower? We just walk over it. Yeah. We may think it's little, but that flower is very beautiful, right? But we walk over it, and then it's like, after you walk over it but so many times, it's like, when you gonna get right? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you gonna lock in? You know what I'm saying? When you gonna understand that you can't keep playing with your life? You gotta lock it in the bud, right? Now it's like, you can't step over these things. Now you're supposed to look at these things and learn from them, right? Analyze it, right? Now it's like, okay, if I see this flower, how did this flower grow? Like, why is it so beautiful? Why do I keep stepping over this flower, right? That's the main thing. Why do I keep stepping over this flower? Why do I keep stepping over this? Why do I keep letting this slide? Why do I keep letting this happen to me? Yeah. Because systems and cycles happen. You have to be the one to cut them out. Because that cycle will keep flowing. Look at, bro, I feel like the main thing is just look at everybody around you. Just look at the people around you. Look at your parents, all that. Look at the cycles that they're in. They're living the same life day to day, every day. I mean, if you want to live like that, that's cool. And it's okay to have a system, yes. but a system to work towards something. Most people have a cycle in in a broken system. There is no system. They just have a cycle.
Ooh,
You get
that's
what I'm
deep.
saying? So
That's deep.
you want to have that
That,
system. And what happened? Go ahead, my bad.
Nah, that went over their head. I'm not gonna lie to you because it really be the broken systems, right? It be the systems that's repetitive, right? It be the systems that like you know what's next. You can't think like that, right? Like a system is something that you're working towards. Like you want to get through step one, step two, step three, not fluently though, right? You want to get through step one by working to get to step two, right? You can't just say like a person, it's easy just to wake up and say, I'm wake up, go to the gym, do this, do that. That's boring, right? There's no learning in that, right?
Facts.
You want to add to your system. You want to increase. You want to grow and get to the next level. You can't ever just be in a broken system because whenever you're in a broken system, guess what? It becomes a cycle. It becomes a habit,
Mm,
and you can't form habits. You want to, I mean, form habits, yeah, but you want your habits to be good habits and build those habits, right? You want
yeah.
to increase your habits, right? Like for a person who, who prays and wakes up on time, they want to increase their prayer. They want to increase their waking up. They want to increase their everything. You want to turn everything to a notch, but you can't do that in a broken system. It's just
Facts.
a loop, a loop, loop, a loop, a loop. There's no challenge in it. And in your system, you want to have challenge. You want to be able to. You want to be able to face something. You want to be able to face some type of adversity.
Yeah. I agree, bro. Like challenges, that's the main important thing I feel like is to challenge yourself. Like give yourself something to do. Give yourself a little challenge. See what you can accomplish, right? Like learn, right? Like learn to see what you can do. Because if you never challenge yourself, how you gonna figure out what you can do? Like you know what I'm saying? Like think about it like any games, right? You play video games, they always have challenges, right? So you can unlock things. So you can now do different things. You see what you can do now. Okay, I just had this challenge. Maybe you have a challenge that you wanna. We gonna always talk about content. So you say you have a challenge where you wanna post 20 videos in the next month, right? Make that a challenge, but make sure you get it done. Okay, 5 videos a week. That's 20 videos in a month. Okay, cool. Boom. Once you get it done, you're gonna feel good about yourself. That's a good cycle you wanna have, right? A good system you wanna have, a good challenge you wanna have. But if you go in like, man, I'ma just like he said, bro, like I'ma just live my day to day, no system, like you gonna get lost, right? Because once something pops up, you're instantly running to that. You're not stuck on you're not grounded with your system. You're not being stable, right? As we talked about, what wins long term? Stable. So you have to be stable with your plan, with your goal. You can't just go out here just blindly.
Yeah,
God has
I
nothing to
like that.
steward for you without a plan. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? You need that plan. You
So
need that to see it. I feel like when we see it, when we write it out, and you have that actual plan, you can see it. Then you know the steps to do. You know what you need to do, and that's the craziest part. Is like us as humans, we know what we need to do. I feel like we all know
yeah,
what we need to do. Like you honestly probably don't even need other people to tell you to do anything. You know what you need to do. It's just we ignore it. You know what I'm saying? We ignore the signs. Sometimes God place us in many positions and we just ignoring God. You know what I'm saying? So then he has to take actions. You know what I'm saying? And something bad happens. Now you want to take that action when something
yeah.
bad happens. But now
Or
that bad
or
thing happened, oh
or
my fault.
or it'd be like, why God me? Why did this happen to
Yup.
me? We go to questioning God, but you can keep going, bro. My
Yep.
fault.
And like you said, like questioning God, why God, why God? But it's whole time it's been you. God been trying to stop you from doing it, but now it's like God had to take that action. You get what I'm saying? God had
Yeah.
to take that action. Like somebody was in my chat, they was explaining how they got in a car accident, and I was just thinking like, dang, that car accident was pretty bad. You must have, but he was drinking and driving, right? So I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, God must have gave you many signs before this even happened. Like
Yeah.
at that party, maybe something happened where you probably wasn't supposed to be drinking. Maybe God gave you a sign earlier, having a car cut in
Right
front of you to
before the
slow you
party.
down, right? Because sometimes it's even things like that. Sometimes we be on the road and we want to go so fast, we want to do this, do that, that we end up getting into things like that instead of just trusting God with getting us home, taking the slow route. You
Right.
drunk, you drinking.
Right.
Why you gonna speed? You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You trying to overdo it, but that's why it's important to stay sober minded, bro, and just Focus
and
on you,
also
bro.
a lot of the times, like it's like we ignore all the signs, so we have to get taken that deep, right?
Yep.
We have to be in a situation like that because we didn't see when he first told us stop drinking. We didn't see the first ad on TV when it says no, don't drink and drive. We didn't see the first, TikTok talking about don't drink, right? Like those are real signs. We just overlook them, but it's important and maybe even for like a lot of people, like for me, I was speaking on my situation about like um how to take care of females, like how to treat females. Like I done did dirt my whole life, may God forgive me for all of it,
Facts.
and bless me. But it took two girls to be crying in front of me for me to realize it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like God had to take me the long. I had to go the long route when I seen the first routes earlier to realize like, damn, bro, I can't be treating females like this. To realize, damn, bro, like females are worth more than this, right? And I'm thankful I ain't get God to take me to the care route. You feel me? Because that would have been scary.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, but like it's just about how bad you want it, bro. That's really what it is.
That's facts, man. And honestly, bro, I got nothing else to say, bro. You got anything else? Got any questions? No.
Nah, that's it, bro.
Man, what's your closing words for today, man? This was episode 37.
Episode 37. My closing word is gonna be, damn. We do pray for the impossible, right? Like pray for what nobody was praised for. Pray for above and beyond, and keep grinding, stay patient, and just keep trying your best.
I like that. For me, my closing words would be patience, bro. I really wanted to talk about patience, cause I've been one of my friends around, and I've been telling him be more patient, right? Like take your time with things. Go like slow yourself down, but don't slow yourself down to the point where you're stopping. You're being complacent, right? Slow yourself down as in stop trying to move fast within the world. Stop trying to get things now. Slow down. Understand that it's all gonna take time. It's a process. Is you gotta get to step 1 to get to step 2 to get to step 3 to get to step 4. You can't jump from step 1 to step 9. It's not gonna work like that. So I'm trying to get it. You know what I'm saying? Understanding, slowing down. You know what I'm saying? Taking step 1. Okay, boom. Get step 1 knocked out of the way. Now step 2. You feel me? Instead of jumping from step to step, because it's not gonna work like that. And that's what most people do. And that's sometimes the cycles, right? Like that's sometimes the cycles that we may repeat as humans is, instead of taking step 1, step 2, step 3, we may jump step 1 to step 7, step 7 to step 9. And then when we fail, we do the same thing. We repeat and it keeps happening.
Yeah.
No, you got to understand that now, okay, this is what, when people be like, oh, I'm doing something, but this time with God, it's meaning taking every step. Step 1, step 2, step 3, because it's a walk with God. It's a journey. It's not a sprint. It's not you know what I'm saying? It's a marathon. It's taking time. You got to pace yourself. Step 1, boom, grab me some water. Step 2, boom, grab me some water. You feel me? Like, you got to take it step by step. But those will be my closing words for today, man. This is episode 37. Live Podcast Official, man. We'll catch y'all Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Love y'all, man. Be safe, be blessed. Enjoy your nights. Peace.
Right.